Hi, everybody. Welcome to the Apocrypha Apocalypse. Well, I got some news for you that there is a newly discovered, well, it isn't newly discovered, it's been around for a while, but scientists have been able to decipher and open a scroll that apparently was unable to be read. And lo and behold, it contains a proto-canonical book that has been missing from the Dead Sea Scroll community ever since its discovery. So we'll talk more about that in a second. And strap your seatbelts in, folks, because the Apocrypha Apocalypse is beginning. All right, so I want to give a hat tip to Sam Shamoon for sending the link to this article. And lo and behold, they discovered a fragment from, or I think it's actually a scroll from the book of Esther. Now, this is a huge discovery if it proves to be A-OK and authentic, because up until this point, we have not found any fragments from Esther and Nehemiah at the Dead Sea Scroll community at Qumran. So anyway, here's the link. I will put the address to the article in the comments section. And really cool news. I love new discoveries, especially those that are earth-shaking and really help change our views, get more accurate views on things like which books were included in the Dead Sea Scrolls. So here, let me share the screen for you. So here we go. It's from the Torah.com. And, the article is written by Dr. Rabbi Asher Tovlev. Fascinating article, although a little weird. So my antennas are a little bit up on this. I haven't had a chance to go throughout the internet and see if there's any other press releases or things like that about this find. So until I do that, or perhaps you could even do it yourself, just do some Google searches, see if there's other articles that confirm this data, because there is a paragraph in here that's kind of weird. But anyway, I'm assuming that everything is authentic and upfront. And the article's title is Newly Deciphered Qumran Scroll Revealed to be Megalith Esther. So discovery upends decades of research addressing the question why the book of Esther is missing from Qumran. And that's exactly it. Scholars have been scratching their heads, and in fact, many of them believe that the Dead Sea Scroll community didn't accept the book of Esther because no fragments were ever found from it. So if this is a legit article, and I imagine it probably is, that's no longer the case. So let's see, nearly half a century ago, archaeologists found a scroll in the Qumran caves that was unreadable as a result of a 2,000-year-old wine spill. Due to the extensive staining, the scroll could not be opened or read, and curators store it in an archive, hoping that new technology might one day emerge that they could make the scroll legible. And there were two scientific breakthroughs. Now, here comes the strange part. So maybe this is totally true. Maybe it isn't. I don't know. But one breakthrough was that there was a technique that was discovered for wine-soaked parchment, and it's called, the process is known as a little bit of seltzer. Okay, that's kind of weird, but okay, so they found some technology to open the scroll. At the same time, researchers in the university and Center for Torah studies looked at recent scientific discoveries of the ability of psychedelics to enhance vision, and realized that they could apply it to the study of the scrolls. And they found that microdoses of certain types of psychedelic mushrooms allowed the researchers to read and interpret otherwise unreadable ancient text. Okay, that's the part where my antenna goes up. That's just, it may be true, but man, it sounds really, really weird. But anyway, according to this article, both methods are used and they were able to read these otherwise unreadable portions of the scroll. And the scroll is now designated by scholars to be 10Q Esther or 10Q ESTH. Okay, so the first fragment, according to this article, is the beginning of the book. It matches remarkably well with the Masoretic text. I don't know if you could see this. I have no idea how I could zoom in, but the letters in brackets are those supplied by the scholars. And that's not a lot of letters, as you can tell right there. But a lot of text has been supplied by the scholars. Okay, very interesting. Although the section of the text is identical to the Masoretic text, other sections diverge in notable ways. And here, again, we have another portion. Apparently, this is apparently the Esther scroll makes reference to the war scroll, which is 1QM, connecting the sons of Haman to the sons of darkness. And so here is the comparison of the two. And as you can see, there's a lot of letters supplied by scholars. And also, there's other things that they discovered that also suggest that maybe the Qumran community also celebrated the Feast of Purim, which is also attached to the canonical book of Esther. So, interesting stuff. Like I said, I think it's legit. I need to do a little bit more digging, make sure that, yeah, this is a legit discovery. But nevertheless, if it is, pretty big news coming out of Qumran. We now have Esther. So anyway, I just want to keep you at the forefront of issues involving canon, especially Old Testament canon, Deuterocanon. And so if you appreciate this and you like, please subscribe, like, do all those things, because we appreciate your support. Helps us to get more noticed. Also, by the way, if you want to support William Albrecht and myself, we both are on Patreon, and we appreciate your financial support because that enables us to buy resource material for further study. So, and that we're going to use on the channel. So until next time, I'm Gary Machuda. Take care. Bye-bye.